It's time to drop the hammer. Our first power rankings of 2025 are here. Let's get into it. Kicking off the bottom tier of baseball, the Chicago White Sox. Now, this is not the same team that made history last year with a 41-121 record as the worst team ever, but they're only slightly better so far. Here's the good news. First baseman Andrew Vaughn has been squaring up the ball a lot and making hard contact. Rookie Sean Burke might be one of the only bright spots in the rotation for the time being. The big question, can they keep Luis Robert Jr. healthy long enough to flip him for a haul? At 29, the Milwaukee Brewers. The Brewers kicked off 2025 by getting absolutely smoked in New York, and yeah, not a lot of positives came out of that. And they're trying to hold it down until Brandon Woodruff returns. On the hitting side, Churio's got superstar potential. This lineup was one of the youngest in baseball last year, but for now, they're showing they still have a ways to go. At number 28, the Colorado Rockies. It's looking like another last place finish in the NL West because, well, that's what they do. Next up, the Miami Marlins. The Marlins are rebuilding. Their lineup is unrecognizable from last year, but at least they've got speed. Xavier Edwards might swipe 50 bags. Otherwise, it's a lot of waiting for injured arms to heal and hoping someone steps up. Another long summer in South Beach. Next up, we've got the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Pirates are playing the long game, and it could pay off if their young arms hold up. Paul Skeens is a stud, and Jared Jones is nasty when healthy, but he's already dealing with elbow concerns. Brian Reynolds and O'Neal Cruz can't do it all, and if they have an off year, this team has no shot. Next up, the Washington Nationals. The Nationals are cooking up something interesting, but let's be real. The pitching still feels like a work in progress. Mackenzie Gore looked like an ace on opening day, fanning 13 and 6 innings. But the rest of the staff, not as impressive. But this team's real juice is in the lineup. James Wood and Dylan Cruz are studs. Abrams and Garcia Jr., they're still on the rise. And Nathaniel Lowe's bat is already popping this season. They're in a tough division, but 2025 could be a fun year to follow this team. Next up, at number 24, the Los Angeles Angels. Jack Kohanowitz, Ryan Johnson, and Ben Joyce do have potential, but they're a long way from being the saviors. At number 23, the Chicago Cubs. The Cubs finally have their guy. Kyle Tucker is here, and he's the game changer this lineup desperately needed. Miguel Amaya is quietly becoming a solid bat behind the plate. The NL Central should be theirs for the taking, but they've gotten off to a rough start early on, raising questions about how ready this team is to compete. Next, at number 22, the Minnesota Twins are off to a lifeless start, and this is very reminiscent of last year's catastrophic collapse, where they went from division favorites to a lackluster 82-80 finish. That was then, this is now, and so far, the Twins are near dead last in almost every category, and hitting-wise, they've been the worst offense in baseball. The pitching that was supposed to be one of the best rotations in baseball, it's a mess. Bailey Ober was rocked for 8 runs and was allowed to pitch a day after being on bed rest and needing an IV. Chris Paddock was pounded for 9 runs in only 3 innings and hasn't been able to find the strike zone. Correa and Buxton are still injury risks and have already been pulled out of games early for rest. And the season only just started. Young hitters Royce Lewis and Brooks Lee are both on the injured list. The Twins look lost, and early on, they are currently one of the worst teams in the majors. And here's the kicker. The Twins had a record of 23 wins and only 3 losses against the worst teams in baseball last year, the A's, White Sox, and Angels. But against everyone else, they were a pitiful 59-77. That's not a playoff team. It's a team feasting on the weak and crumbling when it matters. Against everyone else, they were actually a bottom 3 team in baseball. Fast forward to this year, and after a quiet offseason, the Twins are mostly the same team. So all things considered, their cold start should not come as a surprise. The roster is younger and deeper, but until they get past these big problems, it's hard to see them as serious contenders, regardless of how they look on paper. The talent is there, but so is a lot of uncertainty. Their 2024 collapse has rolled into 2025. And if their cold streak continues for too long, Twins manager Rocco Baldelli might find himself on the hot seat in Minnesota.
Hey, I'm Royce Lewis.
I'm Brooks Lee.
I'm Pablo Lopez.
I'm Jose Miranda from the Minnesota Twins.
And you're watching Talking Twins.
And you're watching Talking Twins.
You're watching Talking Twins. Here we go.
You're watching Talking Twins. Go.
At number 21, the Boston Red Sox. The Red Sox have talent, but Rafael Devers' slow start and designated hitter drama are becoming a distraction. this season, Bregman, Duran, Campbell, Anthony, and Meyer should help redefine Boston baseball. For now, it's going to be a challenging season for the Red Sox to stay healthy and competitive. Number 20, the Atlanta Braves. Atlanta's got talent, but man, they've got work to do, and they're already banged up to start the season. Jurickson Profar has been suspended 80 games for banned substances. Ronaldo Lopez just hit the injured list. Spencer Strider's return, it'll be huge. Acuna's return, massive. 2024 was a disaster for this team, and 2025 hinges on health. Schwellenbach looks ready, and Chris Sale is still a top ace, but he has durability issues after a history of getting hurt in recent years. If this squad stumbles early, the Braves could legitimately miss the playoffs. At 19, the Seattle Mariners. The Mariners' rotation was nasty last year. So far, their lineup is the only thing holding them back. Next, number 18, the Toronto Blue Jays. Bo Bichette's in a contract year, and you can see it. The dude is locked in, spraying doubles like he's playing MLB The Show on rookie mode. But let's talk about that rotation. Max Scherzer, already hurt. Kevin Gausman and Chris Bassett, mid-30s. Feels like a roll of the dice. The AL East is a gauntlet, and Toronto's core has one last shot at competing. Vladdy, Bichette, Santander, and Andres Jimenez are all-star quality players, but Gausman, Berrios, Bassett, and Scherzer in 2025? Risky business. The window ain't closed, but it is creaking. At number 17, the New York Mets. The Mets are stuck in neutral, and the National League East is not waiting around. Juan Soto, he's a stud, but the rest of the lineup, ice cold. The rotation, a magic 8-ball of uncertainty. Kodai Senga's health is a mystery. Clay Holmes is an experiment in the rotation, and now both Sean Manaea and Frankie Montas are already hurt. This team does have firepower, but do they have the arms? It might be a long season in Queens. Next, at number 16, the Houston Astros. The Astros are walking that fine line between dynasty and decline. Kyle Tucker, Justin Verlander, Alex Bregman, and Ryan Presley, gone. Jose Altuve in left field, weird. Framber Valdez looks elite, but after him in the rotation, it's a guessing game who will step up next. Rookie Cam Smith might be the future, but the Astros need more to stay in the mix. This isn't the same Houston team that we've known for the last decade. The AL West doesn't belong to just them anymore. And that's because at number 15, we have the Athletics. There's a young core forming with Brent Rooker and Lawrence Butler needing to prove that last year was not a fluke. Playoffs? Let's not get crazy. But 500? So far, that looks like it's in play. Bottom line, the A's are no longer a punchline, and in the AL West, chaos is always an option. So don't count them out just yet. Next, at number 14, the Detroit Tigers. Derek Skubal, best pitcher in the American League, maybe all of baseball. Jack Flaherty's back, Jackson Jobe is here, and AJ Hinch still has a nasty bullpen, but the young hitters hold the key. Torkelson, Keith, and Green have to level up, and they'll have to do it without Gleyber Torres, who is now on the injured list with an oblique strain. This team's got the arms to win now, but if the bats don't wake up, they're just another team in the AL Central logjam. Next, at number 13, the Baltimore Orioles. The Orioles are definitely swinging the bats, but this roster still has some holes. Add in injuries to Gunnar Henderson and Rodriguez to start the season, and it's a rocky beginning. But don't sleep on this team. They've got 12 projected above-average hitters. Injuries might be the story of their season if they fall behind in the AL East. Next, at number 12, the Cincinnati Reds. The Reds are already calling their shot in the NL Central. The rotation looks legit. The Reds lineup is already a lot better this year. Cincinnati could be a sneaky post-hype sleeper and find a way into the playoffs. Next, at number 11, the Kansas City Royals. So far, the Royals have been a middle-of-the-pack team. The rotation has been steady, their bullpen has been solid. Bobby Witt Jr. is a proven MVP contender, Vinny Pasquantino has already shown off his power this season, and with a hot start down in the minors, top prospect Jack Caglione could force his way into the lineup by mid-season. Next, at number 10, the Tampa Bay Rays. The days of blind faith in Tampa Bay are over, but these new Rays have already proven this season that they're tough to beat so far, and that just buys them more time to heat up. If you're enjoying this, hit the like button and make sure you're subscribed. Next, at number 9, the San Francisco Giants. The Giants are going to surprise some people this year. Many people thought they were rebuilding, but instead, it appears they're actually going for it. They lost Blake Snell, brought in Justin Verlander and Willy Adames, and are betting on Robbie Ray bouncing back. But this rotation could quietly be better than expected, and Elliot Ramos has a chance to be the Giants' next homegrown star. Top prospect Bryce Eldridge should be playing with the Giants soon enough as well. The defense? Very solid. This Giants squad might sneak into the playoff mix, but man, they need someone in the lineup, anyone, to emerge as the go-to guy. That could be Ramos, it could be Adames. But with the Giants' defense and pitching, they might not need to rely on their offense as much. Next, at number 8, the Cleveland Guardians. The Guardians are like that scrappy underdog in a Rocky movie. You just can't count them out. Gavin Williams is throwing flames, Tanner Bybee looks like an ace, and Kyle Manzardo might just mess around to become an all-star. They lost Josh Naylor and Andres Jimenez, but Cleveland always finds a way, and their farm system always seems to have new replacements. The bullpen, elite last year, but can they keep that workload up? The AL Central is going to be theirs until someone takes it from them. Next, at number 7, the St. Louis Cardinals. To everyone's surprise, the St. Louis Cardinals are off to a scorching start, and people are waking up to the fact that this young core is ready to roll. Victor Scott II, Jordan Walker, Mason Wynn, and Nolan Gorman, all under 25 years old, are now running the show, blending speed, defense, and a surprising amount of power. Add in a resurgent Nolan Arenado hitting like he's in his prime, Sonny Gray has looked filthy, and Eric Fetty's been solid too. The youth movement is alive and well. Don't sleep on St. Louis. They are the team this year that nobody saw coming. Next, at number 6, the Arizona Diamondbacks. The Diamondbacks are cooking with gas in 2025. Their offense is already humming, with guys like Carroll, Marte, Naylor, Thomas, and Perdomo tearing it up early. The pitching staff? Zach Gallen, Merrill Kelly, and Corbin Burns could be the best trio in baseball. If they stay healthy and keep playing hungry, the D-backs could be back in the playoffs. No one will want to face them come October. Next, at number 5, the Texas Rangers. The Rangers are a fascinating blend of established stars and raw potential. Can Jacob deGrom stay healthy and dominate like he used to? Will Kumar Rocker and Jack Leiter step up to solidify the rotation? With proven stars like Corey Seager, Marcus Semien, and Adolis Garcia leading the charge, and Wyatt Langford looking like the next big thing, this Rangers team is loaded, and they're easily one of the most dangerous teams in the American League right now. Next, at number 4, the Philadelphia Phillies. The Phillies are stacked, folks. This team's a walking all-star team, already firing on all cylinders. This roster's primed for the regular season. They're off to a good start so far, and now they need to deliver in the playoffs and get Bryce Harper his ring. Next, the San Diego Padres. The Padres are for real. They clobbered the Braves, swinging with power, pitching like studs, and showing that they're a team to fear. If they're still in the hunt by July, look out. They'll swing for the fences as they always do. Next, at number 2, the New York Yankees. The Yankees are crushing it early and smashing their way through opponents. Aaron Judge is still an absolute monster, and Cody Bellinger and Paul Goldschmidt are already showing up big time. Anthony Volpe's hitting bombs, and looking like the hitter that the Yankees were betting he'd turn into. But here's the thing, Garrett Cole's out for the year. Max Fried's the pivot, but that's a lot of pressure on him. Losing Juan Soto was huge, but Bellinger and the Martian better step up. It's a high ceiling, but man, with these pitching injuries, the Yankees offense will be doing all the heavy lifting this season. Watch for them to secure some rotation depth or trade for a top arm before mid-season. And finally, in the top spot, at number 1, no surprise, it's the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Dodgers went all in this offseason, adding Blake Snell and Roki Sasaki to the rotation, while stacking the bullpen with Blake Trinan, Kirby Yates, and Tanner Scott. Add in a returning Shohei Ohtani, and they've got an absolute pitching juggernaut. Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman are still at the top of their game, and they've been delivering in big moments early this season already. Both of them are going to need to stay healthy. Can they hold up for another deep run? We know the depth of this team might be tested, but with this staff, they're poised to make another run at the World Series. It's one of the deepest and most talented rosters in the game. If they're healthy come October, who's really stopping the Dodgers? Now let's turn this over to you. How do you expect your favorite team to do this year? Sound off in the comments below. And there you have it, you've made it to the end of this episode, and we really appreciate that. Hit the like button down below. Then take just 1 second of your time and make sure down below that you are subscribed to this channel. We ask that you do, because that guarantees that we definitely get to see you back here next time. Thanks for watching.